Vacation time as a couple is make or break, so you've got to get it right. You're going on your first vacation together. Great. That can be a great bonding experience or a complete disaster. Vacations as a couple is make or break. So I'm going to show you today, right now, how to take your vacation and avoid disaster, but build it into a positive experience. So why? Why would a vacation be difficult? Why would it be stressful? How could it possibly bring stress to go to Hawaii together? There's a couple pieces. Well, number one, we are out of our element. We, as social creatures, as creatures of habit, as creatures who love our comforts, when we get out of our territory, we get out of our den, out of our nest, we start getting nervous. It just introduces stress, and that makes us much more alert and aware, and our systems are turned way on, and we're just a little bit different. It's a stressful experience, a good stressful experience, but stress. There's still stress. You have to solve that stress together, which is great. It should be. It should be great. Is it? Have you established how to work together? Is this the first time you're going to be solving stress together? Has everything been super nice and happy? And now all of a sudden, we're both stressed. Why are we stressed? We're in Hawaii. You can't be mad. You can't be yelling at each other in Hawaii. Oh, yes. Plenty of couples break up after their first vacation. Sometimes couples break up during their first vacation. So you got to get this right. You also have a ton of concentrated time together, and you can't get away from each other. You can't say, okay, you know what? It's cool. I'm going to go on home. I'm going to give you some space. I need some space. There's very little boundaries when you're on these things. You're often in the same room. So all of a sudden, you have to use the bathroom right next to the other person. A lot of couples have not even used the toilet in close proximity to each other. And that may not seem like a big thing, but all of a sudden it's stressful, and doing it over and over and oh no, and you're eating rich food you're not used to. Yes, this is gross, but this is a harsh reality. There are weird, uncomfortable boundary breakage things that happens. You're gonna cross boundaries accidentally. Are you a couple who deals with boundaries? Have you talked about boundaries? Have you discussed which of these things are important? Which of these things are cool? Are you there yet? Have you had those talks yet? If you're not, you're about to be. Now, don't get me wrong. Stress can be good when you resolve it together as a team. I've talked about vasopressin bonding on this channel endlessly, and this is how you do it. You introduce that stress, you resolve it together, and your brain starts to say, wow, I got through this experience with this person. 20,000 years ago, if you and your partner were dumped somewhere 1,000 miles away from home and had to survive in unfamiliar territory for a week, and then you got through it, that would be a stressful experience, but you would have formed a great bond. That's what vacation is now. It's a fun version of that, but it is still you telling your brain, we are alone in weird territory, and it's us, the two of us. We have to survive. Can you? This is your chance. This is your chance to prove to your brains that if you are removed from your territory with no one around you that you know, no one to trust, and it's just the two of you, you can survive together. This is a huge vasopressin building opportunity, and oxytocin and all the good chemicals, as long as you get it right. So make it great. I've got 5 key tips, 5 pieces you have to build into your vacation to do this right and to have fun and manage the stress and build a wonderful first vacation. The first step sounds cliche. Build an itinerary, but don't obsess over it. Have a basic daily plan. Have a basic plan for how the relationship and how the vacation is going to go. On day 1, we're going to do this roughly at this time. We're going to stop and get some lunch around this time. Then we're going to go here to the amusement park or the water slides or whatever it is. And then we'll catch dinner, maybe like some Italian or something, what we kind of feel like. And then we'll be back at the hotel around this time. Have a rough itinerary so you're not just sitting there going, what are we supposed to be doing? Because you're already going to be stressed out in some ways and relaxed and stressed out. And you don't want to just have to come up with everything on the fly. Have a rough itinerary that is adaptable, that you can swap out, that you can say, oh, I don't feel like doing that. Let's do this other thing instead. Especially as the days go on, you get familiar with your surroundings, and you could say, no, I want to do more of that. Leave that open. But have an itinerary. Build something. Number 2, discuss safe words ahead of time. What I mean by safe words is not the wild things you're probably used to. It's the times when you just need a breather. It's the times when you are starting to get a little stressed and you can't just go home. Normally you'd say, hey, okay, I got to get home for the night. You know, that's enough for me. I've had enough. You can't really do that if you're in the same hotel room. Hey, it's okay. I'm going to see you. And then you just sit across the room staring at each other from 4 feet away. Not really helpful. You need to build in safe words. Safe words. It doesn't mean you have to look at the other person and say hippopotamus. You can just look and say, what's the phrase when we are having enough? You could say, okay, I'm reaching my limit. You could just say, I'm reaching my limit, or hey, I need a little bit of time. Hey, I need a breather. It can be that simple. Hey, I need a breather. We both talked about that in advance. Okay, you need a breather. Okay, then you take some time apart. One of you go out to the lobby or something, just sit, enjoy it, have some time apart. Each one of you can swap, have some time apart. One of you is going to go down to the lobby for 20 minutes. The other one's going to sit up here an hour. Build that in. Build that activity in, build the time in so that you can be a little bit alone, even if it's an hour. An hour on a 3-day vacation to keep the peace is better than no hour and no peace. It's better than no hour and breaking up by the end of the vacation. If you lose 1 hour together, don't think of it that way. Don't think of it that way. You are using that 1 hour to preserve the other 23 hours of each day. Build it that way. Think of it that way and build that in at the very beginning and have that conversation. If we say, I need a breather, the other one will know what it means. You say, how much? How long of a time? Half an hour? An hour? What can we do? Build that in and be cooperative about that together. And number 3, to make number 2 happen, you need to bring activities you can do alone. A lot of people make this mistake on vacations. Oh, I don't need that. I'm going to be with so-and-so. I don't need that. I'm going to be with my partner. I don't need that. We're going to be doing this. I don't want to be a loser who brings that. No. Build those pieces in. A book, headphones, tablets, something to watch a movie. Download the movies in advance. Bring a good book that you're interested in with a bookmark or whatever you're going to do. Don't be that person who folds the pages. I don't those people. I don't know. But bring these activities. Bring them. You're not ruining a vacation. You are recharging so that you can enjoy it fully. Make sure you have something so you're not just sitting there in your hotel room staring at the wall saying, man, I wish I could do something fun. And you're not just flipping mindlessly through the TV that's there. Bring activities that recharge you solo. Bring those activities along so that you have them when you need them. And then again, use those words, use the phrases, use the safe words that you need a breather. Number 4, make sure that you are resolving stress together. So this is a great vasopressin bonding time. You're going to be stressed a little bit, resolve it together. Don't one of you plan the itinerary and the other one just shows up. Plan together, work as a team. Hey, what would you like to do? I don't know. I'd like to maybe eat lunch about 1 o'clock. Okay, cool. What would you like to do after that? Well, let's look up a little guide of what is going to happen. We don't just go to Hawaii. Look up what is happening around that area. Cool things to do in area of Hawaii you're going to go to. Okay, well, would you like to see that? Well, that sounds cool. Let's do that. Okay, mark it down. We're going to put it on arbitrarily, put it on day 2. And we're going to put it here. Again, we're adapting. It's not exact. But both of you do this together. Don't one of you just show up and have a good time. The other one has built the entire guide that we have to follow down to the microsecond. Build it together. You know what? Maybe go out, explore, get just a little bit lost. Not horribly lost. Get just a little bit lost, and then find your way back together. Stop and ask directions. Have a map, have your GPS, but don't use it. Enjoy connecting with each other. Well, I think it was back this way. Oh, okay, let's give it a shot. Then you go back. Have the plan to get home in case you do get lost, and don't do it at night. But get a little bit lost. Explore. Have fun. Do that. Resolve the stress together. That will help. Which leads right to number 5. Enjoy new experiences together. Vasopressin, oxytocin, serotonin, all the dopamine, everything that floods your brain. All of these experiences, they'll bond you. They'll introduce elements of wonder and fun into the relationship. This is a good memory. Take pictures. Don't just be on your phone the whole time, but remember this. You are building positive memories. Later in the relationship, when things are tougher, you can go back to those good memories. Serotonin flood from good memories, from looking at old pictures together, from talking about the times. You actually get a serotonin flood when you remember good, positive times. We need those times. So enjoy them. Build memories together. We've heard that before. It's actually crucial for brain chemistry and for long-term health of a relationship. So have those experiences. Don't just go and sit in your hotel room the whole time either. Doing these 5 things will give you a great vacation. It'll help you prevent disaster, and it'll build your relationship. It'll make it instead of breaking it. And while you're at it, ahead of time, go back and watch on my channel how to bulletproof your marriage against affairs and divorce, because it will show you how to build custom and strong emotional intimacy. It'll show you how to bond as a couple, and that will build and boost your attachment ahead of the vacation. So you're not going to go into it going, oh, I don't know, this is going to be weird. You're going to go into it saying, man, we've already bonded. This is just going to take it to the next level. And then I got to follow those 5 steps. Do that, and your couple relationship and your vacation is going to be incredible. And make sure for follow up that you come back, you subscribe to this channel, you leave me likes, and leave me a comment telling me how your vacation went, because I can't wait to hear.